Okay, hi everyone. So in today's video, I'm going to be kind of discussing how I plan to downsize a little bit and kind of my plans for collecting going forward. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. First things first, I'm downsizing my NCT collection. This is my first little pile I have here of things I'm just letting go of. So I guess to go in a specific kind of order, I'm just letting go of these non-album things. I just don't really feel a connection to them anymore, so they don't really serve a purpose in my collection. So yeah, I plan to let these go. I'm just letting go of a few album cards I've kept from Resonance. I just don't feel like I need these anymore. So yeah, this Xiaojun card I just kind of kept from when I downsized that collection. This Win-Win is from the little 90s Love set I was trying to do, and I just kept this Jaehyun card for no real reason, I don't know. But I just don't really feel like I need these anymore, so we're letting go of these. And then, yeah, I'm not collecting Jeno anymore. I've talked about this in a few videos, but I'm just not feeling it. Ever since Resonance, his prices have really gone up. Ever since then, I've just found it to be more and more frustrating to kind of try and collect him in any capacity. Finding his cards for one is just not easy. And then finding his cards for a reasonable price is even harder. So yeah, I just really wasn't happy with how this collection was looking. So yeah, I have to let it go. And I mean, I've been collecting Jeno for a long time, so it's I'm kind of sad to see the collection go, but I've just realized that I am far more happier collecting Mark right now. So I don't know, and I really have not had the motivation to collect Jeno, so I haven't even attempted to get some of his glitch mode stuff. So it's just honestly not happening. So I figured it was best to kind of acknowledge that that this collection kind of needed to come to an end. But I will say it's kind of been a while since I've truly downsized anything in my NCT collection. I've just been kind of adding members left and right ever since I started collecting NCT basically. And yeah, and I mean I ended up stopping collecting Xiaojun, but that just kind of went into me immediately starting to collect Yang, so it wasn't like I was really downsizing. I was just kind of switching out members. But yeah, I'm truly letting go of this collection. I did keep some of his cards. I kept a 9-pocket page of all the cards I wanted to keep, so I kept some Resonance, Universe, Hot Sauce, maybe a few others, but I just kind of wanted to keep some of my favorites. And of course I kept the cards that I collected the OT7 sets for. So these are cards I plan to just kind of sell, whatever, trade. But for these cards specifically, well, these ones I really am gonna have to try to trade for Mark, because these cards are just generally more expensive. I don't know, I'm not entirely opposed to, I guess, kind of spending a little bit more money to get the Mark cards, because I know generally these cards are just not cheap anymore. Just generally, I'm not going to be able to find them for less than $10, and I've kind of accepted that. It's fine. So I'm either going to have to try to trade these or what. Specifically with Empathy, I'm a little bit worried about finding Mark's cards, but I'm hoping I'll be able to get there eventually. It's not that My First and Last and We Young, it's not those are necessarily impossible to find, but like I said, they are more expensive. And if I could find a trade for it, it'd be better than dropping the $15 to $20 I'd need to on the card. So yeah, those are my thoughts right now. We'll see if I ever end up letting go of some of the cards that I kept of his. I don't see myself really letting go of them. I think, because it's not I'm not going to be collecting him. I do still plan to collect OT7 sets from time to time whenever I want to, but it's just that I don't know if I'll want to keep all of the things that I've kept of his. So, but that's pretty much it with my NCT collection as of right now. So this is my extra little NCT binder, and I guess these are kind of the cards that I have that are, I guess, more likely to, I don't know, leave my collection. Although I'll say right now, all the cards I have, these 6 cards I'm pretty happy with. I don't feel like I don't have an overabundance of cards I don't necessarily want. And I don't know, with all of my extra Taeyong stuff, I don't necessarily feel like I don't want any of it. I do like all of these cards and stuff. So yeah, I don't really collect this kind of stuff for anyone in NCT anymore. So I find it, I don't know. I just don't know if I'll keep all of it. We'll have to see. I was actually gonna look through this to see if there's anything extra I wanted to let go of, but honestly no, I'm okay with everything I have in here. That was it for my NCT collection. I'm going to kind of discuss a different binder now. So this here is my Nonalt binder. This is, I don't know, I only have 3 groups left in here: Blackpink, ITZY, and WeEye. So the group we're talking about right now is WeEye. I will say I already filmed this video and I didn't really talk about WeEye much. I was just saying that I was thinking about letting go of their collection, just because, I don't know, with their new album coming out and everything, I just haven't really been motivated to collect them. So I don't know, I've been thinking about downsizing this collection, and I know I've kind of thought about it before and ended up keeping it, but I think just right now I really don't have the motivation to collect WeEye or Donghan just generally. So honestly, I feel like it'd be best if I let go of this collection and just keep like some of the cards that I really like, because as much as I like enjoy how this collection looks right now, I just don't really have the plans to add to it. So I feel like there's no real reason for me to keep all of it, I guess. I don't know, I just don't feel like overall like a super strong connection to this collection. And it's not even that I like don't like WeEye anymore, but it's like, I don't know, I feel like it gets to a point where if I'm actively not looking for things, if I'm not paying super close attention to comebacks and stuff like that, then I don't really need to keep on with the collection. Like, as much as I love Donghan and always will, I just don't find it really feasible to continue collecting. And they always tend to have so many cards per comeback that it can be hard to keep up, especially, I don't know, it can be easy considering like how cards are sold on like Mercari Japan and stuff like that. Like, generally the cards go for super cheap, but it's also like trying to find good deals, good sets and stuff like that. It's just too much, and I don't really feel like dealing with it anymore. I will say, like I said, I'm not fully getting rid of my Donghan collection. Let's see, I'll take out things that I don't want to keep. I don't know, I'm like actively currently, I don't know. Like, I feel like I could keep 2 from Identity First Sight. Like, I don't feel like I need to keep a whole bunch. And for their Identity Challenge album, let's see, there's cards I'd like to keep. Like, can you see this? Okay. Like this one here. Wait, okay. I'm doing this all wrong. So I guess I'll just take out the cards I don't really want to keep. I'm gonna like try to keep the amount of cards I keep kind of to a minimum. So like, even though I like both of these cards a lot, I'd only really want to keep 1. So take those, and I think I'll let go of all of these 3. And then let go of this one, these 2, this one, and I don't know, I guess I can keep this one. It's nice. So like, I guess overall I'm just keeping 5 Identity Challenge cards. I don't know, it's kind of hard to downsize on the spot because you get less of a chance to really think about things, but yeah, I don't know. So for Identity Action, okay, I'll let go of all the Polaroids. I don't need these 2. We keep that one and let go of these 2 from this version. I definitely want to keep this hollow card because I think it's cute. Maybe let go of this one. This one. I don't need the unit card or this other Make Star. So that leaves me with 4 Identity Action cards. And I know I set up for their comeback, I don't have anything, and I will definitely be keeping like Donghan solo cards. I guess that's all I'll be keeping for Donghan. Honestly, this is kind of tentative. I really am keeping it to a minimum because like, I just don't have any plans to collect it moving forward. So I feel like just keeping my favorite cards is best. Although like, I want to give myself a chance to kind of like change my mind or keep some things if I really want to. Although honestly, in the end, I do feel like kind of letting go of this collection would be best for me. I've been feeling less of a motivation to collect groups that are a lower priority, but it also feels like a lot of my higher priority groups are not coming back at the moment. Like, it feels like it's been so long since I've had a collection to really focus on. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of in this in-between phase with collecting right now where I'm just not really collecting much, but like, I want to, but there's not really much to collect. And I'm not gonna like just start collecting randomly, you know. I'm trying to keep my impulsive purchases and my impulsive like collecting habits to a minimum. So I guess, yeah, that was pretty much my downsize. I'll kind of deal with reorganizing this stuff later. Yeah, I really want Itsy come back. I'd really love to collect Itsy. Same with Blackpink, honestly. I could do with a Blackpink comeback. I think we all could. So yeah, this is kind of today's downsize. I will say I've also kind of been considering what I want to do with my 1 week collection, although I'm not going to make a decision about that quite yet. I don't know if I want to stop collecting them like entirely or just collect one member, but I also feel like pretty connected to my collection of the 2 members that I'm collecting, so I need to think about that a lot more. With that said, I will say a lot of the reason why I am wanting to downsize and all of that is just because I don't know, I get in this phase, especially when I don't have, like when I'm not working as much, where I'm just generally not making as much money, where I don't really want to collect a whole bunch, and I'm in that phase right now. But I mostly am wanting to save my money for like concerts and things. I'm sure all of you have noticed that there's a whole bunch of tours being announced lately, and you know, both K-pop and non-K-pop related. There's just tons and tons of tours happening soon, so I feel like that's gonna be like my main priority, is just kind of the concerts and tours, because as much as collecting is fun, I feel like, you know, the past 2 years we haven't been able to go to concerts and stuff like that, so I'd kind of like to have those experiences again. Like just, I don't know, like a week ago, I saw Dance Gavin Dance, which is like one of my favorite bands ever, and I've been meaning to see them live for the longest time, and I was finally able to, and it was like I had such a good time. Like I would have hated to miss it. And I will say, I mean, like for like most of the concerts I go to, I guess non-K-pop related concerts that I'm going to, the tickets are not like that expensive, like max $50, which I guess could be considered a lot, but like compared to K-pop tickets, you know, it's not that expensive. Anyways, I have like a concert I'm going to in June, and then in July, Brave Girls is coming to the US and touring, and I do plan to go see them and kind of go all out on that ticket, which that's definitely going to be expensive. And I don't know, I just feel like a lot of tours are going to continue to be announced, and I'd really like to see all of my favorites. You know, it's been a long time, so that's kind of like my main motivation for slowing down my collecting. And honestly, I feel like you're going to see a lot of people slow down with collecting for that same reason. I definitely don't feel like I'm the only one who feels kind of overwhelmed by how many tours are getting announced lately. But along with that, I guess just generally I'm not feeling as motivated to collect. But I will say, like one of my goals for the year was to kind of make better decisions for myself in my collection. So I do feel like I'm attempting to do that right now. So that's, I mean, really good. Sometimes it just feels really good to downsize and not have the burden of so many different comebacks coming up. So yeah, and I feel like just generally moving forward, I'm not gonna have as much stuff to show, so videos might slow down. As much as I don't want to slow down on videos, I just don't have anything to show, so that kind of sucks. I've tried to be really consistent with posting, but you know, I guess it just kind of happens. You know, I'll definitely try to post as often as I can on here, but sometimes it's just I just can't put anything together, so you know, that's sad, but it is what it is. But I will say, in terms of like comebacks that are happening and stuff, I don't know like when I'll be able to get to those. So like Lightsum is having a comeback, and I think there's only 4 cards for their album, so that should be fine. But then again, if it's not a priority, I'm not gonna, I don't know, worry about it, you know? And like, I don't know who else is having a comeback, but like, yeah. And I will say I'm not really buying albums at all right now. So like for NCT Dream's comeback, I'm not buying the albums for that, which I know is kind of maybe unexpected, because I mean, NCT's an alt and I usually prioritize alt comebacks, but I just don't feel really motivated to spend a lot on their album, because album prices have like, they're just, well, I guess not album prices, but like shipping prices are so expensive, so I just don't feel really motivated to buy albums. So I'll mainly honestly be focusing on like photocard collections and stuff like that, and I'm not going to worry about albums. I'll have to worry about that like once I can again. Yeah, that's one like big thing going on right now, is that I'm not buying albums like strictly. The only reason I'll break that is for Twice's comeback, because assuming their album will be at Target, like it'd be easy to get. And I feel like just in general, I'm not as, I don't know, I don't like buying albums as much, because I don't know, they're just generally really expensive. So it's not as fun as like it used to be. If I go back and look at some of my like orders from like 6 years ago, albums were so cheap compared to how they are now, and it's really discouraging how like much prices have gone up. Also, they're just like really hard to sell after the fact, so that's just really not fun. So I feel like there was one more thing I wanted to mention. Oh yeah, in terms of adding things to my collection, I don't really plan to add much, but I will say I do have some plans to start collecting Le Sserafim. Prices, I plan to collect Yoonjin from Le Sserafim, and prices don't seem to be very bad. I'm just kind of waiting for like the perfect kind of time to buy her cards and stuff. But I do plan to collect Yoonjin pretty, I don't know, casually. Just album cards, probably not any pre-order cards or fan sign cards or things like that. But I really would like to collect Le Sserafim because, I mean, I like their album. And, I mean, love Yoonjin. It's been a while since we've heard from her, but I do love Yoonjin a lot. So, and I'm like pretty okay with adding that to my collection just because I added Hot Issue to my collection at the beginning of the year. But since they disbanded, I'm obviously not collecting them anymore. I feel a little bit more okay with adding another collection. Hot Issue was short-lived, which sucks. Like, I fully intended to like for that collection to be like a big thing, but obviously that didn't work out. That's like my main plan, and I honestly can't see myself adding anything else to my collection. Although honestly, I'm wanting to get into some new groups, honestly. So if you have any like suggestions for me of groups to get into, please do let me know, because I don't know, I just need new music to be interested in. K-pop wise, like I need new K-pop groups to enjoy, and I'm running low. My list is dwindling. So like please do let me know if you have any like recommendations, like who are y'all's favorite groups, favorite songs, stuff like that. Let me know. But I do believe that was everything I wanted to mention. Hopefully this was kind of coherent. I don't know, but I mean, let me know how y'all's collections are going, like if you've downsized recently or maybe even like added to it. Let me know how y'all are feeling about all of the tours being announced, if you're going to any. I don't know, just speak to me in the comments. I'd like to have some conversations. With that said, I think that was everything I wanted to say for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.